first ever devlog for the game Darfall. My name is Lukáš and I am the programmer for this Darfall project. I am developing it with my friend and artist who is a 3D artist as well as a 2D artist. And Darfall is a survival-based strategy game with RPG elements. As you can see, the game is made in Unity. And this is the city that I have built for this preview. Tell you a bit about this game. This game is basically a city builder mixed with some crafting elements. You have structures in your base where you can craft like bows in order for you to hire archers, or craft better equipment for your units, smelt some ingots from the iron veins your citizens and workers can mine out. In the game there is currently the night cycle. The aim of the game is to survive as many nights as possible. I am currently on the day 8. So during the day the undead will rise and basically attack your base and try to wipe everything in it. And when your keep gets destroyed, you lose the game, right? So I have some defenses set up here, as you can see. So there's the corridor where there are spikes, so if the enemies walk on top of these spikes, they take damage, as well as I have some ballistas ready, and if everything goes south, I can explode this barrel. I can show it to you right now. I mean, there are no enemies, but yeah, if I click this and enemies are in the range, they will take damage. As you can see, not all particles are currently ready. You can also explore the map. The map is procedurally generated. We have like mountains, trees, and lakes. There are also enemy encampments. These are currently hidden because the map is not loaded when the player is not nearby, so this is due to performance, but of course I can cheat and I can try to explore the entire map, and yeah, you will see how
2 hours later.
So there are these, basically we call them camps. Camps are procedurally generated. They can be orc camps, undead camps, or some layers for the monsters like giant rats. So for example, this is a bigger orc encampment that I got generated with 2 treasure chests, an orc warlord, which is boss, and also a defensive tower. And as a player progresses further, the map is more and more corrupted by the undead, up to the point where there are like enemy graveyards which you can defeat, which drop a lot of good loot. Also some enemy undead bosses that you can defeat as well. And another aspect of our game is the hero. The hero has a full inventory system, and also he can collect loot from the ground that enemies drop. For example, there is a crystal neckband that gives you like energy, hit points, ability damage. As your hero has abilities, like for example I can cast this fireball. I can also equip the loot that the hero collects, and it makes him much stronger in the fight. So the loot drops basically something like in the Diablo games, where the better the loot, the better, or the rarest color it has. Like the epics are purple, and we also have some legendary items. The legendary items in our game, I can cheat some, like the Phantom Mask, have of course this big orange glow. We reworked a lot of these systems from the game design perspective as well from the technical standpoint. Like for example, for the AI, we are now using the behavior designer, but before that, I tried to write my own AI from the code using the coroutines and custom state machine. And as AI got progressively complex, yeah, all the system just fell apart. And the behavior trees, basically, this is what we're starting using, and yeah, we are not going back because this is very nice system. How the project was looking probably 2 years ago. As you can see, it doesn't really resemble Darfall at all right now. There are some assets that are still used in the game right now, like Iron Vein and stuff, but the concept of the game was to conquer these tiles you see on the screen. Basically, if you conquer them all, then you win this map and you go back into the world map. The gameplay was very simple. You would basically mine these iron veins, sell them in these houses for gold, and then each turn or each minute you would gain gold. Then you can spend gold on defenses or on units. Yeah, so I will try to attack this tile. There are spiders here, so this is swamp. Yeah, basically there were these points you could play, and after each map you conquer all the tiles, you basically gain the resources and you use this to upgrade your units and or the starting gold. So after you conquer all these tiles, you would get into the final tile, and if you conquer that, you would win. So yeah. Yes, so that was a very quick prototype we did 2 years ago. We are currently working on a world map, as you can see, the continent of Aganar. You have these points that you can play on. These represent locations on the world map, like for example the Greenwick. This is a survival mode only, so you have to survive like 10 or 15 days, and if you survive it, the next point unlocks and you can play on harder and harder difficulties. Currently there are 3 biomes: desert, grassland and swamp. And as you can see, the map is work in progress. We don't really have any assets there, like no trees, but we plan to add like some points that you can read about, maybe some battles that happen, maybe some villages and stuff like this. If you have survived this far in this video, congratulations. Of course I messed up a lot of stuff, but never mind, at least I've shown you the behind the works in this project, and hopefully we'll see you in the next devlog post. See you and Happy New Year!